is what it is. You don't know the name, nigga. Check all the motherfucking chains, man. It's that boy Big Jig. What's happening? You dig? Salute to everybody on the check-in, man. You understand me? Whole bunch of go-to man music shit, a whole bunch of global gang shit. You understand me? We in here, man. You know what I'm saying? I guess the thing I want to talk about today is, man, is in a friend, right? Would you rather have a friend that's beneficial for the time being or a friend for a lifetime? A friend that's beneficial for the time being or a friend for a lifetime, man? You dig? We're gonna wait till some couple people more come in here. What's up with it? A friend that's beneficial for the time being or a friend for a lifetime, man? Which one y'all rather have, man? You dig? That's what I want to know. Salute to everybody, man. Salute to everybody on this good old Monday afternoon. Bright, sunny out. Thank God for another one. You understand me? But see, my mom used to always tell me, man, that when somebody really your friend, you ain't gotta talk to them every day. You ain't even really gotta fuck with them every day. I used to always ask my mama, like, Ma, how you been? My mom older now, so I used to be like, damn, Ma, you been cool with Auntie Cheryl or whoever you did for about 60 years. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be like, how y'all remain friends that long? You know what I mean? She was like, because when somebody really your friend, you ain't gotta really fuck with them every day, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be in somebody's face every day to call them a friend, and you ain't gotta, deal with them, all the time. Me and her talk. She was like, man, her talk probably once a week, twice a week, and that's it. She lived where she lived back home, and I lived down here. I'm like, yeah, okay. So as I got older, I started peeping game. You know what I'm saying? That now in this new era, motherfuckers would just rather have a friend to benefit for a minute, or call it a friend just to benefit. Like, I'd rather have a homie for a lifetime. You dig? Versus just having somebody to be beneficial. I understand why people do it, but I think that's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you really fuck with somebody, just fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't put no limit or no conditions on friendship. Like, I can't be the type of person that be like, well, shit, yesterday you broke, I ain't fucking with you. Then tomorrow your ass got $100. Now you my friend. That's putting conditions on your friendship, man. You understand what I'm saying? And for y'all that just tapped in, man, we talking about, would you rather have a friend that's beneficial for the time being, or a friend for a lifetime? I choose friend for a lifetime, man, because that's some genuine shit. When you fuck with a nigga, you really fuck with him. It ain't no such thing as, oh yeah, well, I only fuck with him because he got a car. I only fuck with him because I can borrow shit from him or shit from her, or shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some bullshit. And shit like that don't last no way. It always hit the fan, but people do it. You know, bad, y'all. But that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I choose to have a friend for a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Versus just for the time being. You feel me? Like, you can't be on that type of shit. What's up with it? What's cracking? What's cracking? And see, that's what people be doing nowadays, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you only befriend somebody to try to come up, or befriend somebody to try to hit a lick, or, you know what I mean? And that ain't what this about, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know when you need a real friend. Sometimes you did what I'm saying. You just need a friend to talk to. It don't even have to be about nothing that's beneficial. Sometimes you just need somebody to conversate with. You might have to vent. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always about, can I get a buck out of them? Can I get a ride out of them? Would they give me something to eat? Would they, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You just never know. And you never know in life what predicament you're going to be in to have to need a motherfucker. So, you got to think about that for people that be out here playing on niggas' tops and playing on motherfuckers' top. You don't never know what kind of situation you're gonna get in, boy. You don't never know what kind of situation you're gonna get in, man. That you might really need a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So that's the topic about, man. You know, if y'all want to chime in, chime in. You know what I'm saying? But it's about having a friend that's beneficial for the time being, or having a friend for a lifetime. Like I was telling, I think the last live I was telling people, I was like, you know what? The people don't like to give people their flowers and don't like to really befriend them while they're alive. But then when they die, you understand me? It's like, oh, that was my nigga, or that was my bitch, or that was, you know what I'm saying? But you had the opportunity to tell them that when they was breathing. You feel what I'm saying? Missy, what's up with you? You had, you know what I'm saying? You had the opportunity to do that when they was breathing. So it's like with me, you did what I'm saying. Like I don't mind giving the person their flowers. You got to, you should. Out of respect, you should. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the crazy thing about life is, like, when a person die, that's really when you kind of, even though you won't be here to see it, but that's when you kind of see who life you impacted, because that's when people come to pay their respects, and that's the only time you really gonna see who life you impacted is when you're not here no more. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying. And I remember, man, you know what I'm saying. I had a family member, you know, they had died, and their own sister and brother wouldn't even come to the motherfucking funeral. I was like, what? Y'all ain't gonna go to y'all brother shit? Like, I ain't understand that, you know what I'm saying? And then when I did go, then me and my sister and my cousin went to our family member funeral. Then when we got there, nigga, it was you can count on probably two hands how many people was there. I was like, damn. I'm like, was it that bad? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if something happened to me, I want my shit to be wall to wall. And I know it would be. God, you know, knock on wood or plastic or whatever, and thank God it won't be no time soon. But man, I know, you know what I'm saying, because I know I done impacted people's life like this. So, you know, that's what life really about, though. It's about impacting other people's lives, man. It ain't about ruining nobody's life or getting on nobody's nerves or shit like that. It's about impacting their life, man. You know what I'm saying? Was you were impacting somebody's life? You know what I mean? What did the person learn from you? You know what I mean? What did you take the time to teach somebody shit? You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't got no kids, you know what I'm saying? Like me, yeah, I teach my kids stuff, but it ain't even about that. It's just in general. Did a person learn anything? Did you know, how did they look at you as okay, well, damn, I want to be, not necessarily be like me, but I might have done something that they could have learned from. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So that's what it's about, man. It's about impacting, you know, each other's life at the same time too. So that's part of being a friend. And see, when I went to the family member funeral, I was like, damn. I'm like, damn, that the family member ain't got no friends? Like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, was it that bad? But believe it or not, man, some people is like Scrooge McDuck when they living, boy. And then when they die, motherfucker don't be want to fuck with it. They, you know what I'm saying? Like, be like, shit, that nigga was a dickhead anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't never want to be looked at like that, man. You know what I mean? But some people live their life like that, bro. It's crazy, but it's true. You feel me? But once again, that's what we talking about, man. You know, having a friend that's beneficial for the time being, or having a friend for a lifetime, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Straight up. You know? And don't get it twisted. You ain't gotta hang with a motherfucker every day for them to be your friend, or for how females be. That's my bitch. She ain't gotta be that to hang. You ain't gotta hang with her every day to be that. Y'all can be, you know, friends from wherever y'all at. You might be in Mexico, she might be in Canada. If that's your partner, that's your partner. The point of it is being there for them when you need them, when they need you, and when you need them. You know what I'm saying? And if you ever want to see what's real with certain situations, get in the situation. Get sick. You can't do no more. Go to the motherfucking hospital. I mean, go to jail, and you ain't out. You ain't free no more. There's ways to find out who really rocking with you. I ain't saying, well, let me go to jail to see who rock with me. Nah, nigga, because that ain't fun. I ain't telling you just take a free trip to jail, nigga. I'm just saying, it's ways to find out, who really rock with you or not. You know what I mean? Because unfortunately, man, everybody that's in your face and everybody that speak to your ass don't really rock with you. Just being real, harsh reality. You know what I'm saying? Some people fuck with you just because it's clout chasing, or some people fuck with you because they feel like I might need her for something, or let me whoop whoop. And everybody is fault of that. Don't never get it twisted. And I never say, oh yeah, nigga ain't never thought like that, or female ain't never thought like that. You cap if you say you didn't, because everybody done felt like, damn, I'm gonna put up with certain shit for a second because of whoop whoop. You know what I mean? But it shouldn't be like that. That ain't real. That ain't that. That's some conditional shit. Let me deal with it. I ain't saying now if it's your parents and you growing up as a teenager or growing up in the house with your parents, yeah, it's certain shit. I think everybody had to deal with their parent, with their mom and dad and shit like that, like, because that's their shit. You gotta respect it, and that's mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about, like, once you get grown and of age, you know what I mean? You should have to, you should be able to be real with one another and keep it funky. You know what I'm saying? If it's an issue, niggas should be able to put it on the table. Because when motherfuckers really rock with you, they gonna rock with you any motherfucking way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying make a situation, but, let's be real. Like, when you grown, man, sometimes y'all gotta have that talk about certain shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? To get a clear understanding. You feel me? But don't never put no conditions on your friendship or your relationship or none of that. Because as soon as you do that, that's an epic fail. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Once again, for y'all that just tapped in, what's happening, y'all? That we're talking about friendship. You want somebody that's gonna be a beneficial friend, or have a friend for a lifetime. We live in the time now though, people so motherfucking selfish. A motherfucker don't give a fuck about rocking with you just so they can get some, or get to a certain situation or a certain level or whatever. That's just because that's how people's brains is. Like, it ain't no more morals no more. Motherfuckers don't give a fuck about no morals. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, it's sad, but it's true. You know what I mean? We living in a sad time, a sad situational time where people are just selfish as fuck. They don't give a fuck about you going through nothing. They don't give a fuck about you if you're sick. You know what I mean? Just like when I was sick in the hospital, man, them people, man, you think Georgia Power and all these bills and all these motherfuckers gave a fuck? They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck if you die tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give a fuck, though. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. My compassion is a little different. Only time I don't have no compassion is if I feel like I know a motherfucker on some bullshit. Then it's like, all right, I know you on some bullshit, nigga. I ain't finna have no compassion for some fuck nigga shit, you know what I mean? Or fuck bitch shit, you feel me? So, you gotta, be real with yourself, man. Even some of y'all might be watching this shit right now and might be going through a bad time in your life or a bad space in your life right now. But I still wouldn't tell you to just find a motherfucker that just be like, well, shit, I don't fuck with him, but I deal with her or I deal with him just so I can get what I can get real quick. Because guess what? You see how you in a fucked up situation, you're going to be right back in that fucked up situation just because you had that thought process. So for some of y'all that's out here that's going through some fucked up times and fucked up shit, don't use that as a time to be like, oh, shit, fuck everybody, I'm trying to come up real quick. Feel me? Don't do that. Because you're going to end up right back in the same motherfucking situation. You know what I mean? So that's the shit that we on right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we on right now, man. I believe in having friends for a lifetime. Most of my friends, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, like, most of my real friends, I've been cool with them 20 years plus. You know what I mean? And it ain't because we talk every day, because we really partners. Like, you know what I mean? If they need something, they'll hit me, and I'll come through it. If I need something, I hit them, and they'll come through. That's what real friends do, man. That's what real, That's what that's what real, real friends do. That's that lifetime friendship. You know what I mean? That's the type of shit I'm on. That's the type of time I be on, man. I don't believe in trying to, fuck nobody over and none of that shit, man. Shout out to everybody that's on the motherfucking check in though, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and comment. Also, man, follow me on Instagram. If you ain't follow me on the gram, follow me on the gram at BIGG_JIGG, man. And follow me on the TikTok page, the same thing, man. BIGG_JIGG, man. Anybody want to chime in, got some questions, or feel free. I know some of y'all done thought like that before, or got some friends, you know what I'm saying, that you really thought was your people, and then you find out they really ain't your people. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when somebody fuck you over, right, they leave a sour taste in your mouth, and you start shitting on everybody. Which I wouldn't tell nobody to do that neither, because that's how you burn bridges. But I can understand how that feel, because it'll make you be like, man, motherfucker, always on, you know what, fuck all these niggas, man, woo woo. That's how some people be feeling. You know, you got women that never heal behind that type of shit, because they done had a nigga that did her so bad that now she feel like every man breathing gonna do that shit. And vice versa, you got some men feel like that too. I felt like that before, like, oh man, these motherfuckers ain't shit, but everybody ain't like that, man. It's twos and fews that ain't like that, but unfortunately the majority is like that. But it's twos and fews that ain't like that. You know what I mean? You just gotta find them, or let God use them to find you. Don't be so quick to just jump into shit, whether it's a relationship or a friendship. Figure a person out, peep them out first. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even tell you to jump into a relationship fast, or even jump into a friendship fast, because shit, that word friend, that shit speak volume. You call somebody your buddy, your friend for real, you did, that speak volume. When you don't know a motherfucker, you gotta call them an associate, you know what I mean? So I think that's what we be doing too, man. Everybody just be diving in shit, like, oh yeah, that's my nigga. Oh yeah, that's my bitch. Yeah, this, that, and that. Like, instead of finding out who they really is. Because you know that mask be a motherfucker. When that mask come off, you be like, oh damn, I ain't know she was like that. Oh, I ain't know he was like that. That's because you gotta, this ain't math class. You ain't gotta figure them out. You just gotta get to know them. That way you can know, okay. Because like, I know people that been together so long and been friends so long that, like, even with me, I got people that been my friends so long that somebody can come tell me, man, gee, so and so said that. I'll be like, nigga, you lying, because I know them. I know the person they talking about, and that's how you got to get it. When you trying to fuck with them, or be with them, or be friend with them, you got to get to a point where a person can't tell you nothing about them that you already know. But everybody can't say that about people, because they don't get themselves a chance to find out who the person is. But that's how me and my people is. I'm so tight with them, been knowing them so long, that when a person come to me and tell me, man, so and so said woo woo woo, I be like, nigga, you lying, because I know him. He'll never do that. He don't even think like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you got to get about people. If you ain't like that about a person, then that means you don't know him, man. And you need to get to know him. Either get to know him or get your feelings hurt. That's what it boils down to. Get to know a motherfucker or get your feelings hurt. Or either want to hurt a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I never tell nobody to just jump up to do shit. You know what I mean? Without understanding there's some consequence behind it. You know what I mean? So y'all know what the fuck going on, man. Shout out to everybody on the check in. What's happening? Jasper, what up? Missy, what's up? Colton Duke, is I saying that right? Colton Duke, what's up? I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but yeah, man, always understand that. You dig? Real shit. Nah, no, it ain't. I just got the motherfucker on. What's the name? I ain't really even got it on my head, bro. Uh, B Muff. I ain't got it on my. I ain't even got it on my head for real. Yeah. But shout out to everybody on the check in, man. Appreciate y'all, man. It's your boy Big G. You don't know the name, check the chain. You did. Make sure you always tap in with me. Like, subscribe, comment. You did. Share. Follow me on all my other social media platforms as well, man. BIGG_JIGG, man. You feel me? I appreciate y'all, man. It's love, man. Always. Big G, baby. Talk to him, G.